First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. He's checking. Crash. Whip. Watch white.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's got room. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Ready. 8, read. Watch the screen.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to throw now on first down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return will stop right around the 25. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's got past the 30 to the 32. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
95, Mike, what, 95? Oh, here we go. Boy. He's Mike. Omaha,
Stafford on third down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 94 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. And he's got Lockett. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Lions first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Lions 14, Bears 7. They'll
run on first down. Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Red 80. Get track. Like 7.
On first down, it's Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Stay 50.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
14 yards into Chicago, first down.
94. Let's go. Check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down now, it's Hunt. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that up? That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Set. 280. Stay 50. Stay 50.
From the 50, Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Airing one out for Crowder. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Pull it high. Snap.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run. This is Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Yellow lady! Yellow lady! Big 20. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Smooth.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go! On the ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
218, chop, 5.
Back to throw. There goes a deep ball. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
60 or. I don't think you got it, son. Snap.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And that's Elliott, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run again with Hunt. He'll be tackled shy on the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it'll bring up third down.
Third down and 10.
Ready up.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, let's get that ball.
Greystone, travel.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to hit it.
They'll look to throw here. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Monday.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Easy alert. Double right.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford throwing. Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 10th carry now for Elliott. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here we go, here we go.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Coming. Hey, check Mike 21.
He'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Well, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come up in an offset eye. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Elliott, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here I come. Middle. And
To throw again, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 58 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. On first down, Stafford here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Set, 180, Omaha, ready, move.
95's the send. No, check his Mike. Come on, baby.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
95's the send. No, check his Mike.
To throw again, Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.